right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to our next series here. That is right, we got our game number 1 of our following series now, as we have Bad Monkey Gaming taking on Evil Corporation here, and now this best of 3 series. So, continuing things on here on this Saturday evening now. Of course, Complexity and Fresh went at it in the first series. Fresh ultimately taking it 2-1 in what was nearly a 4.5 hour series for those 3 games, but definitely just great games all throughout. In the end, though, Fresh again victorious as they take it 2-1. So big congratulations to them. Again, they wait the winner now of this series here in the winner bracket finals. Complexity still alive in those losers bracket now. So here we go with our second winner bracket semi-final now of BMG versus CCX. So I'm joined by Rogroste once again as my co-caster here. And, well, we already got a draft underway here, so looking forward to this. Obviously, both sides, full roster is good to go, including Darth Slapped over there on the side of BMG. You also may know him as Insania.
Oh, yeah, Breaky, I got the same he wants me to call him Supreme Commander of the Imperial Army.
What?
He's Darth Slapped. He's the Supreme Commander of the Imperial Army.
I'm going to call him Insania. You can call him whatever you like, I guess, but I'll just stick to what I know.
True.
All right, so anyways, yeah, he's over here, of course, stepped up to play for BMG in their needing a 5th, and obviously a good fit for them. So we'll see how him and this, what is the defending Han Tour Season 3 champions here against now Evil Corporation. So the final pick upon us. Let's start getting to the draft as far as the first 3 picks, that is. Ophelia, Hellbringer, Parasite, and Warbeast Band, so very jungle heavy. We got Andromeda into Lord Zalforis, Lodestone into Tundra, and then there's Magebane coming out for BMG. So any thoughts on the draft so far here, Rogroste?
No. Kind of just see what I don't. There's nothing. It just doesn't seem out of the ordinary. I think both teams are just picking what they want, getting each other feeled out.
I will say they've used a lot of extra time. They're only down to 5 seconds actually of extra time is Evil Corporation. So I always find it I would like to believe that that's because they were really thinking about something, or really thinking about a strategy, or counter pick stuff, or it could have just simply been Imba Boy went AFK, had to use the restroom real quick, or was looking at his phone and was like, oh crap, we're drafting. So,
whoops.
One of the two happened right there, but they end up with Rhapsody there as their 3rd pick, so don't have their carry yet. That's what Fuson's taking care of now. Salamon, Sandwraith, bands. How about Imba Boy banning Gauntlet there? The boxy Gauntlet.
You fear that man on whatever hero. Whatever hero that boxy plays, you fear him on.
It's so hard to ban against him because he plays so many.
And they're all just so scary equally.
Yeah.
But his Gauntlet is pretty disgusting in terms of facing that. Nope, don't make me do it. So
yeah,
I think it's one of those heroes that's good to take away from them.
See, they also took out Dark Lady with the final ban from BMG, so yeah, very carry across the board. We got Gauntlet, Magmus, and Pebbles taken out from Evil Corporation there. All right, you take out one hooker, you'll get another hooker.
Yeah, you're right. Why not? Isn't Prisoner still up?
Prisoner is there? Yeah.
Did they just go Devo over Prisoner?
They did.
I guess there's no point for Prisoner yet, but it seems like Prisoner is better. Well, they did buff Devo, actually. He did get a buff, technically.
Did they? What was that?
Yeah, they sped up his hook by a decent amount, I think.
Really? I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, they did. They sped it up pretty decently.
Okay. I mean, maybe. Maybe that's it, I guess. You're right. Yeah, cast time decreased from 1,400 MS to 600 MS. Wow. You're right. That actually happens a lot more.
It's pretty big.
Huh. And the ultimate was even slightly increased in terms of or decreased, whatever you want to look at it. It was buffed in terms of how quickly it happened. So that is interesting, actually. Now, see, with that change, like obviously that I was with you. I was like, yeah, why would they do that over Prisoner? But with that, I'm actually really curious to see how quickly it truly happens now, because something tells me we're going to see, whether it's Boxe or Maki playing it. I mean, both played just great, I'm sure, but I'm excited to see this new hook here.
I was playing Madman and couldn't dodge hooks.
Yeah, well, that's not surprising.
Wow. Wow, I'm done.
Get me out of here.
Get Insania in here to cast. Darth Slaps in here. He's still available.
Yeah, Insania's probably available. Let me see if he wants to cast. What's that? He's busy? Oh, well, darn.
Well, I wonder where he went. Well, he's not in chat anyway. This is so weird. Why Darth slapped Insania, just never together.
Yeah. We'll never figure out this mystery. Fade, by the way, for ECX. They got Tundra, Fade, a great combo.
Well, not even that. I've been watching so many Thai games. That hero is valued so highly, especially by D-Dog. If they either get Pebbles, Fade. Those are the two heroes they will first pick every game, no matter what.
Huh.
That's what I've learned. And Fade is a strong hero. They run it as a support mostly, sometimes an initiator, but
yeah,
definitely a good overall hero.
That's another thing that we're all looking forward to for sure. Is getting to that time of starting to do a little more research now on these Thai teams, figuring out what they're doing, and talking about it. I'm sure we'll have a podcast here down the line to perhaps even help go over that and stuff. But yeah, glad to hear that. Yeah, getting some insight there already, and so what they're going to be doing eventually here. Lodestone into Moon Queen.
Oh baby,
coming out. Okay. Well, they got a hard carry. Her name is Moon Queen. Nier's going to play it. No. Okay, they swap it.
Lock it in, Nier. Do it. Troll him.
All right.
That's a hero.
Yes.
That's a fun hero.
That is, I don't know. Is it like the right hero? It feels like this. It feels like this is a lineup that was going to be good for like a Doctor Repulsor or a Puppet Master, like a really aggressive carry style of hero. Not a Moon Queen. Moon Queen's very passive and very late game. I will dominate for you, but give me some time, please.
Well, at least in this game, the ranges are pretty short on this Legion team, so the bounces are going to be bouncing to everyone in these team fights. Maybe that was they're like, well, late game we can completely take it because our Moon Queen can attack all of them at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So that's, and I mean they have the early game with South Forest and Tundra. Like, it's not like they can't compete in these early game fights. And Moon Queen is more useful than Mage Bait in early game fights. So
yeah.
That might have been their logic behind it.
I guess so, yeah. I mean, obviously the Moonbeam and the Ultimate, it definitely brings her some earlier game presence, but definitely a hero that you want to have farm on and really spend a lot of that time doing so. So, well, again, we have the lineups now. Here, what is our first game? Unfortunately, a little bit of a pause here to kick it off. Obviously, the players in the same boat as we are, really, where they had to basically wait around for nearly an hour and a half here from the default time, but are going to get started. It is a Saturday, so I don't feel too bad. But Sunday, a little bit of me is like, all right, Monday, they want to make sure they get some good rest. And Saturday, nah, we're good. Well,
the gamers are used to it.
We'll go to 6 a.m. in the morning, yeah. Good to go.
Jeez, we could have another 3 80-minute games.
Yeah, let's do it. Totally do it.
Well, isn't that weird that Darth Slap just shouted out all of past teammates?
Yeah, those feel like Insania would do that too, or something.
Actually,
on that too, big shout out. Obviously, I doubt they're tuning in by any means, but speaking of complexity, the other part of complexity, you got their Dota 2 team over there. Of course, the former Stay Green players, really. What is it? Swindle, Z-Freak, Chessie, Limp, and Handskin. They're competing in a pretty big event over there in Russia right now. And actually, well, they just finished it themselves. They finished top 4, though, including defeating Evil Geniuses and their nemesis, or Swindamel's nemesis, and Peter Pan Dam. So
yeah,
I've been following that. I posted pictures and whatnot of that. So, but again, always fun to see the Han players of yesteryear doing well in Dota 2 and wherever they've gone. So, shout out to those guys. As Nier right away ported bottom and places a ward down here.
Damn. Oh. Mage Bane is a very free kill. They don't see him now. They know he's in this general area. Fade's gonna lead the charge. Oh, this is so tense. Oh, they're walking around. Oh, this could be even better. What is happening? Oh, he's dead.
Andrew's
Oh, bye, Fusen.
Yeah, Fusen's definitely dead here. That's going to be a bloodlust. Oh my god, Devo with the save!
Oh, no.
Oh, it ruins everything. Zane, why'd you have to do it?
Oh my god, that boxy guy is just too good. I don't even care if they killed him.
Yeah.
Just for the simple fact of how close that was. That was just, it was really nice.
That was something. Well, what an attempt for sure, but in the end comes up short. So, again, Bloodlust kill still for ECX, despite a little bit of a scare there. It looks like Zane gets credit for it, of course, playing the Tundra. So now the lanes are coming about. So Fade is going to be, really, they said Moon Queen long lane. With Fade down here already, interesting decision from ECX. Why would they have Moon Queen long lane with a Fade support?
Yeah. Matthias. Yeah, wait, it's Matthias playing it.
That's what I'm saying. Well, yeah, wait, Matthias even playing it, you're right. So he went boots first. Tankafet's on Salforus. Where is he? He's at the top lane. What are up with these lanes of ECX?
Well, Impa Boy used to do this on Clanks, remember? I used to get mad at him for going this long lane Clanks, but long lane Moon Queen.
I mean, it's going to match up now what essentially is a trial lane. You'd figure that this is horrendous for Moon Queen Fade. And there's a combo stun, the keg stun. Going to be fine, but it takes a lot of pressure right there. I mean, there's nothing they can really do in return as far as having a presence in this lane. So, but really though, I mean, why? Like, what's the cause of this? Because they could have easily done, you know, short lane Moon Queen, South Forest jungle. I guess. Well, they're going to try to make a play right here. Engineer, somebody's coming in. That is Rhapsody. Trying to catch them off guard, perhaps. And actually, Engineer might be in some more trouble. Mage Man also taking some good damage. He will blink away. So all of a sudden, not so laughable for the Hellborn side. And Andromeda actually has to throw out another combo stun very defensively right here just to keep running away. I mean, I guess if this is a plan to send Rhapsody also down here, maybe there is something to it.
What year did I just fall into?
This is old school trial lane, yeah.
Well, and even the heroes are kind of ish old school, like
a little bit, yeah.
Old, I mean, Fade a trial lane hero, like okay, well, this will be fun.
Do you think it's maybe because it's just the Moon Queen, like in this matchup? I guess Moon Queen brings a lot more to the table than a Mage Bane. Is that why ECX would have chosen to do this?
Yeah, it's really interesting. ECX is one of those teams that just does things that you don't typically expect, and this is a tri-lane that will win. They have the better heroes in terms of pure raw stuns, and they have the better carry in the tri-lane.
Right now, Moon Queen 9-0. You got Mage Bane 9-2. It's gonna take some good pressure right here, and it is enough for the kill. Balachazar goes down. See the supports. They tried, but not enough. And sure enough, this odd maybe at the beginning, but definitely working out decision by ECX is well paying off big time. Already got the 2-0 start now because of it here. Moon Queen's looking great. I do wonder how the other solo lanes are going. Take a quick look at those before we go back to the bottom. Devo versus Tundra. Devo 14-4. Tundra is 14-4. So they're even here in the middle lane. Is that expected, you think?
Yeah. I don't think Boxy can really kill Zane because Zane can spawn the Courier, put it in front of him. Boxy can't really hook him. Oh.
Wow.
Ouch.
I love, you know, something we haven't really mentioned yet, but of course Fade against Mage Bane. Also some good idea there. Now you do notice Mage Bane actually is not leveling up the mana combustion. With the idea that...
Yeah, there's just no way he can now.
Yeah.
He has to go stats, blink, stats, blink, stats, blink, stats. It's like there's just no other way around it anymore. I'll be amazed if he comes bottom again. They need to do something at this point. This is just ECX on top of their games right now. This is just they knew what they wanted to do. They weren't going to go away from it, and now they're just in this great early start position.
And yeah, Moon Queen's definitely throwing off a little bit because we've seen a little bit of Moon Queen, but it's been by sync. Haxrin's played it a couple of times, and he has that long history of doing it in the past there. But man, Immaboy Moon Queen doesn't scream something that we've seen in a long time, if really ever much. So Engineer now, he's trying to run here. The Cole comes out. Rhapsody just can't get close enough yet, at least. I think they might catch him though. Yep, this is a kill. Look how far they're diving, and it just doesn't matter. They're able to. Because there's no response.
No fear. Yeah, there's no jungler to come support this. Like, this is just such a good. I mean, and all the kills are on Imbaboy as well. Like, he's 400 GPM. Balthazar is farming, 200. So this is just the optimal start that ECX wanted.
Absolutely is. I mean, Mage Bane, only 200 gold per minute about. He's again trying his best to get some last hits in here. I mentioned it earlier. Now he does have the 1 point into mana combustion actually. So Lord Self4 is top lane, by the way. He will survive. The Shatterstorm was used, and now he's going back in. Rhapsody here, Staccato stuff, but actually Rhapsody, yeah, a little bit of miscommunication there between Takefin and Nier. Not necessarily on the same page, but Nier does survive. Walks it off right there. So a little bit of a close call, but is going to be fine. Stays alive there. You got BMG still looking for their first hero kill of the game. In this game number 1 now. Mage Bane, no, he's fine. Just more pressure from Moon Queen coming out. Onto him there. But yeah, he does have the point in mana combustion now. Talking about earlier, Fade with the Burning Shadows creates the illusion, actually burns himself is what we're getting at there. So yeah. That's why he's considered a decent counter in a way to the Mage Bane.
And now they have boots on their supports, right? Rhapsody? Oh, maybe Rhapsody doesn't have it yet. I think she does, though. Does she not? Okay, maybe not. Maybe Rhapsody doesn't have boots, but Fade has boots. That's what matters. They're going to get dove bottom. Oh, boy.
Burning Shadows, it does connect. Assisted damage there, and Mage Bane cannot blink away. He goes down. It was on cooldown there. You see Devo porting in, though. Going to look, but the illusion's causing issues. Can he get the angle? He's kind of got the shiver. Look at that. Finally dies, but they're too far now. Maybe Tundra? Oh, he's going to spot some more.
He's going to...
Oh, he still hits it. How does he do that? He still curved it barely, but the Burning Shadows will prevent them. While the Lodestone comes in, and Tundra finally falls. I swear that hook curved right there.
Whatever box plays the hooks look like it curves.
Yeah. And then somehow gets him and eventually gets the kill onto him. So look at this bottom. What is Moon Queen doing? That's not Moon Queen. That's Tundra. Never mind.
Those
Solutions down there. Oh, they were diving big time. Rhapsody back to the middle lane. They actually dive her. And the ultimate from Devo does secure that kill. So Boxy doing a bit right here to at least make them pay somewhat earlier on in this game. He's going to be a big hope here, no doubt, for BMG. Really rely on him to open up the door.
Yep.
Earlier on in this game. Good news there. As top tower, Tankafet will take it out successfully. So yeah, he's kind of quietly been farming nearly 400 gold per minute now.
He's quietly doing Tankafet things.
Yeah. It's been a while since I've seen Tankafet, I feel like. He was one that really didn't play much, I don't think even at all, in the 10-Eye Powder League, honestly. So, but again, he's back now for these important playoffs.
Back to own.
As they kill, was that Make? Yeah, they got Lodestone there at the bottom. Down here, so. Yeah, Moon Queen again. Also, Ibapoy, 390 gold per minute. Long lane Moon Queen. Granted, he's had a support definitely down here, but still. Did not expect this when going into game number 1 here. And I guarantee you, neither did BMG. But they ran into it. And
now they got to deal with it.
Yeah, they got to deal with it. Haven't been able to find an answer just yet. Still plenty of game to go for sure, but the early game is 100% in favor of ECX, really. And Moon Queen does get a Helm of the Victim here, so is going to be getting that Whispering Helm first. And I'm sure the Firebrand and the Shrunken, that's kind of the trio for her is what we expect to see.
Yep. Seems about right.
I do wonder when we're going to see some transitions, because obviously there's going to get to a point where she won't be comfortable being at the bottom all the time.
Yeah. I think for now, until... I think if they know where Boxy is, I don't think he needs to really be afraid, in all honesty.
Well, yeah, Boxy being middle. Doesn't seem like he's too worried about much. They also got some pretty good vision here in the Legion jungle to help them out. Ooh, nice counter ward behind the tower down here. Andromeda going to be on top of that. So taking away a little bit of that vision at least. Fade's kind of found some opening here at the top now. As I say that, not so much. He gets caught by Devo. And he'll get killed. So Boxy happens to be up here. The right time. I hate these boots, man.
Yeah, I know. Squeak, 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 squeak.
So annoying.
I mean, still, all in all, just such a good start for ECX, though. Keeping Balthazar so far down. He doesn't even have treads yet. It's 11 minutes into the game, let alone, you know, even close to a cleaver at this point. So, definitely where they want to be right now. And I'd like to see Fade get bottom right now. He just got level 6. Maybe try to set up something mid on. Killing Boxy mid is going to be super difficult. I'd rather just see them go bottom and pick on the Mage Bane some more. There it is. There's the ulti.
Yep.
Nope. They're going to try for mid, though. He's so tanky.
He is. He really is. Wow. 1340 life plus the magic armor of 10.5, 11.5 now. Yeah, not the easiest target to kill. But at the same time, he's the one with the bounty, so it's like they really want to... Okay, well, that's not going to help.
Oh, my.
It just doesn't stop. And actually, Tundra's the one in trouble now, although the Shatterstorm wasn't being activated earlier. If he activated that from the beginning, maybe a kill, but doesn't do it, and Tundra's fine. But yeah, that's a very greedy decision that it was... It seemed, yeah, it really seemed silly even to attempt that. From Fade there.
And I don't know how Boxy does this. I swear he plays with some sort of god vision when he plays hookers. More so with Gauntlet because of how you have to aim the hook.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, you know, it doesn't really, you know, with Devo it's a little bit easier, but still, like, he just doesn't miss hooks.
He is really good at them, and it's safe to say that's why he Fusin chose to draft him, the Devo here, to be able to use. And if it wasn't for him and his success this early game, then this would be a rollover right now for ECX, no doubt. You do see Fade will land the stun on Andromeda. Does he have the follow-up? Moon Queen almost there. There's the Moonbeam. Gets an auto attack off for 2. I think they have this. Fade even ulties. Is she going to open? No.
Jeez. They were in.
Yeah. They really, it just kept coming. I mean, more and more heroes kept coming from the Hellborn side and nobody from BMG down here at the bottom. So yeah, the TP support not necessarily there. And they will easily lose the tower at the end. You already got the Whispering Helm now finished on Moon Queen. So yeah, despite Devo able to at least have some early success, obviously he's not able to do enough just by himself at this point. So you have Moon Queen, 400 plus go per minute. Lord South Forest also up there. At about 430. And Tankafed actually does get the tablet, by the way. There's a jump lodestone up here. Enough damage? Yes, it is. The Undying will secure it.
Oh, Near, you caster.
Takes it there.
Yeah, but just all around, just like I said, I truthfully believe that ECX on paper, on their good days, are the best team in Han.
Yeah.
I just think they just know what to do at all times. Oh, bottom lane.
Yeah, catch engineer, easy killing it. Oh, the Moon Finale was used. Moon Queen jumped in, or Mage Bane jumped into it. Now, he did a good job of dodging the rest of them. And this could be a little bit of a turn now. Does he have a Mana Rift? He does, but they're not going to pursue it.
Yeah, it won't do that much damage as a Moon Queen. What'll do, like 210 or something? Yeah, it won't do the most damage. It's not. But yeah, I just believe that they just know when to do anything, and all their players just always play well. It's just they are the team to beat when they're on their game.
Yeah. I mean, we talk about teams having momentum, fresh, as we mentioned, Deadeye Bounty League. They won that, and, we saw earlier today they defeated Complexity now to move to the winter bracket finals.
Denied.
Evo Corporation, they were the team with momentum to finish Season 4 right here in the regular season. They were the ones that had the great run there and won a couple of them, I believe, even. So this is a team, with all the potential in the world as well, of course. And they, too, are here to earn that trip to Thailand. No doubt here, taking it very seriously. On their side. So, and it is definitely is evident with their strategies and their coordination here, but have to get through Boxy and BMG.
That's a struggle in itself.
And it is. Devo
Boxy's
setting
like
up.
He's just the raid boss you don't want to face.
That time a little too far away, so if the hook maybe 20% longer, that's a catch, but not in range. Tundra will survive that. I want to talk about Tank Effect on Lord South Forest here, by the way. He went the tablet. I feel like that this is a little bit old school. And kind of, Tank Effect again. Like I said, he hasn't really been playing for a little bit here. He didn't play much, if any, of the Deadeye Bounty League. This feels like, when we started really seeing Lord South Forest, tablet was actually one of the go-to items. I don't know. To me, it feels like we don't see it a lot anymore as like the prime item. Not that it's bad, but it's just not the usual, I guess. Lowstone, by the way, top lane. He will get caught.
I don't argue with it because I still do the tablet Storm Spirit thing when I play South Forest, so I still like it a lot. I think it has its own utility and uses to it, though. I think there's definitely cases where going Frostwolf, going Portal, items like that could be better. But I really like the mobility you have when you have a tablet on South Forest. I feel like you can run down any hero in the game. You can never be outrun, I think is the big thing.
Okay. Well, Tank Effect definitely working off of that. And we see Moon Queen. There's the Firebrand, the Whispering Helm. Again, really just needs the Shrunken Head, and she's really good to go. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised to just go straight Geometry Pain. I mean, this isn't a ECX team that's necessarily in a very it's not like a lot of fights are happening and they're really like feeling like they're behind, of course. So point is, Moon Queen can get pretty greedy here with her farm if she wants to. But we'll see what she goes for.
Imba's just farming with his Minotaur.
Is he?
Yeah, it's
there you go.
It gives him attack speed, I mean.
True. Yeah, it does have the aura. Yeah, that's something you don't really think about with a Minotaur. Usually think just for the stomp, but it does provide, was it 20%? 15 attack speed, okay.
Okay. Still, though. Still just early game, it makes a pretty big difference. He's ganking with it. Now look at him go. It's just the roaming Imba.
Yeah. Trying to make a play with it. Now a little dangerous right there. You saw Lodestone even trying to go the hook. Oh, Devo trying to land the in-your-face hook, but...
he's allowed to miss some. That's okay.
Yeah, I'll let it go.
I'll let that one go, but after this,
no more.
Can't miss anymore.
At least the next couple right here. They're chasing his ECX now, using that shiver, get the vision.
Oh, this is going to be awkward. Oh!
Yeah, there you go, Tundra. He is going to die right here. Yes, got hooked in right in the face pretty much. Energy put in the background. Shadow Sword goes off. The mana rift. Down goes Moon Queen. And Bad Monkey Gaming says thank you very much for walking right into our trap. Engineer, the only one to fall so far. Devo, he doesn't have another hook, but he's got that decay. And now Lord South Forest, he's like, all right, I got to fight this. Swap out from Andromeda. Now South Forest in trouble. Fate didn't kill. The Doc going to kill him, maybe? He doesn't actually kill Devo back there. Down goes Lodestone, though. And the mana or Mage Bane has to blink away, but Devo actually lives because Fade wanted to help in the midst of the other fight. Andromeda will get picked off, too. There was a buyback, by the way, on Tundra. He did use a buyback for that in the end of it.
Oh, on Boxy, there's just... Boxy hit the monster's hook on an important target, and it forced him to ulti a hero he didn't really want to ulti. He had ulti, I think, a full HP Devourer with the full bite duration. It's just... It made Tundra in a bad situation, and then they just forced a bad fight. But yeah, Onmi not killing Devo was the right decision. They were able to set up more kills by getting the 3-man stun, so...
Yeah.
I liked him not trying to chase the Devo. Oh, top lane. Oh, rip near.
Just walks right up, presses R, gonna hook right after, and there we go. 8 charges now on that cadaver armor of his. It's 4-0-3 here, so obviously the very good start continues for Boxy. And Magebane has actually gone up a little bit. He's actually almost got the Rune Cleaver. He only needs the one more broadsword now.
Oh, Zane left. Oh, they have vision. Okay. I was wondering why Balthazar was playing so passively, but they did have vision of Zane there.
Notifies him to get back as he does, and yeah, he's good to go. Fade, by the way, with the portal keys. We saw that last fight. So can't overlook that either. It's an important item to have for Matthias here. Also, almost level 11, and we talk about whenever we happen to see Fade how important that is to reach. Level 2 reflection there. So should have it by the time he uses it again now. But Magebane, again, he's finishing off the last bit of this creepway down here. A couple more to go. And he will have that Rune Cleaver, pending getting ganked, of course. Lord Southforest does go an Ice Brand. So Tank Effect going to work towards that Frostwolf Skull now.
Yep.
So really not going to let anyone get away.
Yeah, it's hard for him to build the mana items because he will be the prime ulti target this game for Magebane, so avoiding mana items as best as he can for as long as he can, I think, is the right decision. And obviously Frostwolf against a team of 3 melees and 2 very short-ranged ranged heroes is definitely the right call.
Yeah.
Onimi is going to see all of them right now any second.
Yeah, we'll see who he sees.
Well.
It's kind of going back and forth. Gonna find Magebane.
No, that's what.
Yeah, it blinks the other way.
And he's gone. Well, that is level 11. He can follow him for a little bit longer, but nobody's even remotely close.
Yeah, might just open to harass him, but not much you can do further than that. Yeah, maybe just W right here, like I said, but not even.
Get a ward up if he wanted to. Yep, okay. He's going to get a free ward up, I think.
All right. Aggressive one there in the Legion jungle. So, well placed. It's a nice vision to work with here if they happen to walk on by. Lord Southforest also killing a bit in the jungle. They're actually collapsing on them, so this is going to be a flank here. Oh, Lodestone, it's going to be opening onto him. He doesn't get a Shadow Storm off. He got a lot of damage. Undying is applied, but not enough follow-up. And for now, Lodestone survives.
No, he will live that.
Oh, Devo hooks Lord Southforest as he's chasing after. In comes the Tundra Avalanche trying to save the day. There's a swap to onto Southforest back in the enemy field. They're protected on it. It's a big place on both sides to save one another. And in the end, it's going to work out better for the Hellborn team. But the Mana Rift doing quite a bit of damage. Lord Southforest and Rhapsody are dead, but nearly everyone is dead on the side of BMG. As Engineer barely survives it. Devo, he buys back, though. He's looking to land a hook on Moon Queen. Possibly somebody else. There's Moon Queen. He gets the target he wanted. Is it enough to take them out? Yes, there's one. There's 2. And now Fade all of a sudden alone. What a buyback from Devo. The correct decision for sure. As Fade is going to be able to TP out pending a hook. No, he had the right idea, but just a little too late.
He even knew exactly where he was, too.
Yep. Unfortunately too late, but what a fight there. Really both sides, some big plays across the board.
Yeah, the Rhapsody ulti was huge there by Nier. Kept Southforest alive for so long. But, I mean, so far, story of the game is Boxy is the reason BMG is still in this game.
Yeah.
So big credit to Boxy.
It's 5-1-6 right now. Obviously doing really good, but again, coming out of it, you still see the golden experience lead, 8,500 gold lead, 6,700 experience lead. Now, for the longest time, you know, in the competitive hunt history, we talked about Moon Queen and the idea that she brings the late game presence. As long as you have a Moon Queen, you're always in the game. As long as she's farming decent enough. I feel like, you know, Magebane has kind of become more of that lately, and it's kind of the new school that carry. As long as you have a Magebane, as long as he's farming at least decent, you're good to go. There's a hook in the middle lane. Faded with the stun, though, by that Shadow Storm. It's going to wreck Southforest and eventually be enough for the kill. Devour, I think he's good. Yeah.
There's so much magic armor between himself and Magebane blinking on him.
Yep. It really just didn't do much at all, so that Undying, of course. So he lives. But yeah, the point is, it's kind of funny that we have both of these carries in this game. Not often we see a Moon Queen and a Mage Bane going up against each other. So, but I mean, BMG, they've been down for a good chunk of this, but again, buying the room for Mage Bane can eventually recover. And that's what Devo and the rest of the team's trying to do here for BMG.
Yep. And they can definitely take a late game because of Mage Bane Lodestone. They have the factor along with an engineer is also very strong. So, and if Boxy's creating space for you like this, then anything's possible.
Got the middle lane. Possibilities here as Rhapsody. You know, it's something to... What?
Oh my!
He almost actually had the Invis Rhapsody, but look at this turn potential now. The Avalanche on a Mage Bane swap from Andromeda, though. Stun on a Rhapsody. Moon Queen runs in with a Shrunken. Oh, that Moon Finale's up, doing plenty of damage. Got the kill on a 1 into Engineer there. The rest do get away, though. That hook, that was so close to actually getting the Invis Rhapsody and probably causing a little bit of like, wait, what just happened?
That would have been interesting if he actually did hit Rhapsody there.
Yeah.
That was a pretty awkward situation, but yeah, this is gonna be a free Conqueror for them now.
Now the free Conqueror, as mentioned, token of life for Moon Queen to top it all off here, most likely. Not sure what we're gonna see. You have a Firebrand though finished on Mage Bane here. So how's that to go with the Rune Cleaver?
Yep, just needs to dodge, and it's hard to dodge when you're against a Fade. If you don't know where that hero is, like right now he knows, okay, I can push out top Fades, 100% bottom, but now Fade backed out, and now he's like, okay, he's gonna go more. He's gonna be greedy, but you know, just not knowing where Fade is the big thing. If he knows where Fade is, he probably won't die. But if Fade's sitting on top of him, he will most likely die to Tundra Fade, South Forest Fade, whatever it is.
You know, talking about that point right there, actually caught Moon Queen. She actually died. Devo and Lodestone, they caught Moon Queen in the jungle. They quickly burst her, and then they run away. So there's no more token. Just like that.
Feels bad, man. Oh, but they caught Mage Bane. Oh, rip Fusen.
The kill. You got Fusen. He's on top of it. There to support. He does die, but exactly.
Did his job.
Did his job. Sacrificed himself for the greater good. And keeps the Mage Bane alive there, as Balthazar will also deny that top tower. Happen to be low, the secondary tower even. So that being down, losing a little bit of map control on the same side of it. Middle lane, what's going on here? Engineer. Oh, he's really deep here in the middle lane. Gonna eventually be killed here. So yeah, not sure what
Commander of the Imperial Army is doing.
Yeah, Darth Laft was thinking there.
Oh, Boxy's in trouble.
Though. Boxy now gets caught too, and this would only be the second kill on him if they get it. The Mana Rift, trying to maybe go for a turn. Not going to happen. The Shadow Storm though coming out though too, and it does secure the kill to Tundra. Rhapsody goes down, so actually Devo lives. Nope. Will actually die in the background due to the dot, but man, he lived forever. Lodestone does go down, however, and Mage Bane, not much more he can do to help. So Andromeda picked off, and it will end in favor of VCX. So a chance there for BMG, but not enough firepower.
Good effort.
Was.
But Mage Bane's not dying, and that's kind of the thing. I mean, if you have a Mage Bane, you never lost the game. So he's dodging well, and he knows he's safe for a little while. He knows that no one can really harm him for a little bit, so he'll be able to push out bottom lane pretty hard.
That's that's what I was talking about earlier, though. It's like, that's what I said, that's kind of the new school idea. The idea if you have a Mage Bane,
yeah,
you're never out of the game. But it used to be that Moon Queen. If you have a Moon Queen, you're never out of the game. She's a carry that potentially will be able to really just take over the game for you. So it's kind of funny how we have both of them here.
That's because when she'd go into the base, the whole base would die in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember games that ended like, oh.
Oh yeah, it's just like all of a sudden they have all racks in their towers to
in 2 seconds.
Racks and just dead, just like that. Yeah.
Oh, Faith picks up an eye, so gonna be able to get some map control, and just for the if they happen to have an invis or something and he runs into him. Geo's finished on Mage Bane. It's big.
God, remember that change to the bound eye where obviously you have to activate it now to see.
Yeah.
But one of the heroes that people thought about was Fade because it was a nerf to her really. She was so notorious for actually getting a bound eye, walking around, countering all the wards while being invis. Obviously, you had to come out of it to kill them, but still, it made it so easy for her to kill wards while walking by. But now you have to actually activate it, so it's not as likely that she'll be able to do that.
Mid lane. Oh, that was awkward. Tank fed and Insania gave. Whatever. Gave each other a big hug.
Yep. Go their separate ways. Foxy, I feel like he's had to have bought something here.
Yeah, I find it. Well, he's 350. He might have the hammer and stash. He might have a shrunken right now. Yeah, okay.
And he did buy back, so there's that. But yeah, he does have it.
He is really farmed.
Yes, he is.
What is? Oh, Emba got a mana pot. Okay.
Pushing this bottom lane, it looks like it. See the Geometer's Bane now finished on Emba Boy. Ooh, puzzle box on Tundra, level 1 there.
It's level 2. That should be level 2 flying out, I think.
Okay, so yeah, going to be level 2 here. That's obviously going to be big to have as well. Kongor, what are we looking at? Oh yeah, that's right. Still have a while. The token was killed pretty early. Oh, up here, he sees all these Mage Banes. One of them's real.
No, don't do it. Okay, now he should know who the real. Yep.
The stun. Is there follow-up? Yes, there is. Avalanche comes out. That is a dead Balthazar there. Once again, power of Fade. Talked about that earlier.
Just the pure presence to be able to find a Mage Bane over and over again. And I mean, if Balthazar can get away doing that, that's their ticket back into the game. But if he can't get away with it, it'll be very hard for them to get back into the game. I guess is the simplest thing is.
They'll need some throw.
Oh.
Sure. Well, D.Va reacts. Got the Shrunken. He's gonna hook. I don't know about that though. That kind of helps him.
That was not one I would agree with.
Yeah, that's one of those hooks you kind of wish you missed right there. That is gonna be fine. Nier's taking a lot of damage. I don't know what that was about, but alright, some derpy moments on both sides. But in the end, it's ECX going to be pushing the secondary mid, the final outer tower. And they easily accomplished that. So, full Shrunken now on Lord South Forest as well. Going to be coming out. Level 3 puzzle has to be soon here for Zane. You got Moon Queen, another 2,000 gold almost saved up as well for her. I'm sure like a wing bow. She really is kind of just a very straightforward build from every game. It feels like.
Yeah.
Moon Queen.
Maybe someday we'll see some variation, but today is not the day.
Yeah. No, it's just too good. That idea of the illusions helping you push as well with the wing bow, the hard stats on that.
Well, Fade is finding everyone.
Fade's finding everyone again. Do they have a bound eye? They got plenty of dust, but no bound eye on the side.
Oh, this could be.
He just blinked.
Oh, they're not coming. And Tanka's not here either, so. Yeah.
Gets away.
Everyone's just gonna run.
Now, I love seeing this, especially with a hero like Moon Queen who has somewhat uncontrollable AoE damage because of the glaives. The barbed armor on Lodestone. I know we've talked about that before, how it feels like this kind of like we never really see it, despite it actually being pretty good on Lodestone for after the Shatterstorm effect.
Yep,
Maki
but definitely.
Here.
I mean, it's a lot for the whole Hellborn team. They have a lot of AoE damage. Just random AoE damage, so it's pretty. It's definitely a good item, especially if he's in the middle of a team fight.
So that'd be nice to take advantage of there. You see Mage Bane. Uh-oh. He's going to send out some illusions. Good reason here. Harass South Forest a little bit. Fade will jump in just in case, but ends up being fake. So Mage Bane, no, the Shrunken Head is coming. Okay. Oh, okay. Moon Queen kind of keeping us guessing a little bit there. He bought a Axe of the Malphite first, and then he sold it. And he just buys a Dancing Blade. So
yeah, I was going to say, I thought he bought the Evasion like 30 seconds ago.
Oh, did he even? Okay.
Yeah, and then he like sold. I don't know.
He
sold it, I guess.
That. Yeah, I think he did. I think he realized maybe he wants the Dancing Blade. So still needs both the other components, but
getting there.
got the most expensive one out of the way. But yeah, and then the eventual similar rage is, of course, something else that's probably potentially next in line even after that. So Moon keeping the traditional build going strong here. As Mage Bane, the Shrunken, he's almost there. 2150 gold saved up. There's the Mighty Blade here.
Yeah, definitely needs Shrunken in this game. If he's caught without it, dead. No way around it if he's caught. So, being able to get the Shrunken off and getting team support there is definitely what he needs.
I will say all this Fate is missing is a Codex and a Lex Talionis.
Soon, Breaky, soon.
The crazy burst. Lex Talionis actually is. I've seen that before on a hero like Fade. It's one of those heroes that, you know, has the opening impact, and being able to just apply that debuff to the target is pretty good. You know, usually the target that she opens on is one that you're trying to burst anyway, so. That's some good stuff.
Oh, mid lane.
Yeah, I think so, Forrest. He's probably dead. Oh, okay, he's a little tankier than I gave him credit for. He's surviving through a lot of this, and actually he's going to turn Lodestone. Oh my god, he actually lives, gets a kill, and then they run away. On BMG side, okay, yeah, he's a lot tankier.
He's hard to kill. Jeez.
Basically all there. They did steal the Ancients right before that.
I think they were only single stack though.
Okay, so yeah, not a big deal then.
I don't think anything was too special about those, but Shrunken on Mage Bane now as well.
Yeah. That's, again, good to see on him, but you almost have Moon Queen, for that matter, is a step ahead as far as her item progression goes. Like we talked about, she just about has that Wingbow now, and I think she just purchased it there, so. Gonna have the Wingbow. Not much that the Legion team can do about that just yet, at least. Portal on Insania, by the way, playing the Engineer. And he's playing more of the secondary support here. He does have maxed out mine. We haven't seen any mine traps. Where are the mines? Yeah, I haven't been really looking for it, but I haven't seen any.
I really don't think he's placed mines.
Yeah.
At least in the normal mine spots, I don't see mines, so.
He finds Andromeda over here. Now here goes Diva though in the back. We're going to lock down Lord Forest. Stopped immediately though by the Avalanche. Protect the Melody. That's going to go off for a little bit. Eventually gets killed off, though. Mage Bane coming back in. He has some mana still, but he's taking too much damage. The swap out, it doesn't matter. They are dying too much damage. A hat trick for Tank Effect. And once again, ECX cleans up. Oh, yeah, you hear that noise at the end there. Double damage Moon Queen, no wonder. That worked so well.
Just about to point that out, like, oh, there's the mine traps in the base.
Okay. Oh, so Forrest, he's going to tank it.
That hurt.
Yeah, it hurt a little bit, but not enough follow-up, so.
He's like, where did my HP go?
Oh, the mana rift doesn't kill him.
He healed off the creep.
Yeah, something. I was going to say. Just barely enough to survive right there.
If he did not attack that creep when he did, he was dead.
Well, he stays alive, and that was buybacks, by the way. As I think Mage Bane and Lodestone both buying back right there. So that's now one of those used for each of them. Not helping BMG and their chances, unfortunately, by taking game number 1 right here. ECX continues to feel great, though. Yeah, having that double damage. But now you just got even more farm on this Moon Queen now. Like we talked about, she's at a point she could go symbol, or she could just simply get even another damage-focused item here.
I was thinking maybe a Shroud or something.
Yep.
Might not really need the symbol yet, and I think that'd be totally fine. And, I mean, even Tanka's getting close to the sheep, 700 off.
See Mage Bane dealing with the Moon Queen illusions. Even the illusions evading quite a bit. With the misses.
I mean, they're doing a good amount of damage to him.
Yeah, they took a 10-15% of his life away, so not too bad. He doesn't have lifesteal, so that's something else that Mage Bane has to be a little concerned about. Is there any Abyssal Skull or anything? No, there's nothing on the Legion side as far as Abyssal Skull goes. Or the Teacher, for that matter. Something that I might want to think about over there. I guess the Hellborn side technically doesn't have one either, to be fair. So, but I think it's a little more crucial for Mage Bane. Not having lifesteal in general is kind of brutal as a carry.
Imbo was just griefing Zane so hard. Just blocked him with the skeleton for like a solid minute.
Going up towards the top lane up here. Look at Loso sitting on the cake up here. He's going to go into the trees and port out, though. Not going to be caught.
There it is.
Stick. There you go.
Now he just needs a portal key, and he will be very hard to deal with.
Devo, Soul's Bulwark picked up. He's taken care of. Trying to get the R. Also the Bound Die on him, of course. Good to see for the Legion team here. So Boxy, that's Devo, though. He does taper off. You know, still, the hook is always going to be a bit of a threat, and the ultimate is going to be more of a crowd control tool than actually damage focus for getting kills, but you know, he's not as snowbally now. The game has progressed on here, but damn is he tanky. Only 400 plus life. Although Lord Self-Force actually is higher life pool now because of his items here.
Yeah. And Moon Queen did choose to go the symbol, but I think that's more because he has the token now.
Yeah.
Oh, come on!
Conveniently pick up this double damage rune, and here we go to another fight.
What is this game?
That's pretty ridiculous, yeah. That RNG really in their favor.
Face.
Well, they almost got Mage Band there, but he's able to get away before Fade.
He's just gonna walk up and body chop this base down.
Yeah. Can't do a thing. There we go. It's dead. Now for the Rex. Here go the Glaives. Dodges the hook. And bye-bye melee Rex and the base. With the auto attacks here. I mean, look at all these towers around. Even look at the background. The hero's even taking some good damage. The bounces.
Oh, that's so sad. It's not sad because it's RNG and it's part of the game, but
yeah.
It's sad that really right there as they all happen to be walking by.
Yep.
DD spot.
If he does not have a double damage rune, I think they actually could definitely hold the melee Rex right there. At least put up a fight.
Yeah.
But
nope. DD Queen with symbol shrunken is not something that you're going to be winning against.
Yep, and ECX is going to retreat here. Not going to force the issue. Wait for another double damage rune here. Where they want to go back in. No, but they got the token for another 2 minutes here. At least. As somebody got some rune, I think. Fade maybe? Nope, nothing on her, but she's actually down here sitting, waiting to see if somebody pushes out this bottom lane. There's a water side by Nier way up here, a pretty aggressive one here at the bottom lane. But don't think BMG is going to fall for it. They're playing it very safe. Look at the mine trap here. The Devo ready to hook somebody into it. 6 mines, level 4. It's a lot of damage.
They don't have a shrunken. That could be pretty dead.
Got the Glaives. Fade. He misses the stun there. Oh, Shiver's like, I'll take it. Low in the background. Here we go. Shockwave. Not Shockwave. Shatterstorm. Rhapsody will feel the pain. They lock her down. They send priority there, but Moon Queen standing her ground with the right clicks. I don't know about that target choice. They used a lot just to kill a Rhapsody. I mean, I know it's a pretty brutal situation to be in the first place, but yeah, that's not going to win you the game, I feel like. But they tried. They get the kill. It doesn't work. There's a swap on a Mage Bane keeping him alive. But a quad kill for him, boy, and the racks are going to fall, and I think we're going to see a GG here coming out any second from Bad Monkey Gaming. It's just too much to handle at this point in favor of Evil Corporation. And game number 1 should be going to them, and they're playing a little extra aggressive now as Lord Self-Force is diving them at the Tier 4 towers. But, well, they're not going to GG. Moon Queen will just finish it the old-fashioned way, he says. Take out the Tier 4 towers. And there's a Sheepstick on a Mage Bane. He gets caught back here. He is going to survive, but yeah, Tier 4s are falling, and there goes the World Tree. There goes the GG well played finally. So just a matter of time before BMG throws in the towel there. So yeah, game number 1, though, across the board, just really good execution by ECX. And eventually the Moon Queen carry proved to be too much. Really is a shortcoming of it. So any final thoughts over Gross Day?
Just start to finish. Just full ECX control, really well played, and actually had no idea that Thunderbird could eat mines like that. That was actually so sad in so many ways, but
yeah,
it's just ECX, just a team that looks like they're on point and ready to move on.
They are on a mission here against the Han Tour Season 3 champions, though, in Bad Monkey Gaming. So BMG trying to respond strong now after being down 1-0 here in this best out of 3 series. So here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. We got